Hi guys, so I'm gonna do a little pregnancy update. So you saw in our other video that we found out the gender and it is a girl, and I'm super excited. Already looking at dresses. Costco is going to be so dangerous. She's actually due the week before Easter next year, and yeah, she's gonna have several Easter dresses, I'm sure. I will find excuses to put them on her. So I figured I would just kind of talk about how the pregnancy is going. So we have a huge update. Unfortunately, it's not a good one. So I'm going to be kind of real in this video. I might not even edit it, honestly. I am going to be talking about my faith and my religious beliefs in relation to this, but I'll put that at the end. So if you're not interested in that, that's perfectly fine. Totally up to you. Totally cool with that. You can just skip that part. So I'll give you a warning before we go into that. So, baby Shiloh is doing mostly okay, except that she has a dilated bowel, or a section of it, of her lower intestine, that is, so it's basically, it's expanded. There's some sort of a blockage, and they don't know why, they think that there is some part of her intestine that didn't develop properly as a tube, and so it's pinching it closed. Or they're thinking that she doesn't have a properly formed anus, and so therefore it's not able to come out. They're not really sure which it is, and I don't know if they are going to be able to tell that before she's born, but we will find out as far as that goes. I am going in for some of the genetic testing tomorrow morning to rule out the really big scary stuff. It could be a side effect of Down syndrome, could be cystic fibrosis, could be from some infection. There are a couple infections that I could have had during her development that would have actually caused it, which, oh my god, that would break my heart if that comes back positive. But anyway, so we're going just to kind of rule out a lot of that, the bigger stuff, because honestly, if it's not a bigger thing, cat's locked in our room, if it's not a bigger thing, then it's not horrible. It's definitely not terminal, so thank God for that. Worst case would be that she would need surgery after being born to correct the problem, whatever the problem may be upon her arrival. There is a chance that everything will just develop properly and the problem will go away and we won't have to worry about it. That would be amazing, and obviously is what I'm hoping for. But it's very hard. It's very scary. We were completely planning on having a home water birth and, doing everything like as natural and low-key as possible. And now I have a high-risk pregnancy and I have to deliver at like the Uber hospital in our area. And so there's a lot of nerves around that because, I knew what to expect from the, home setting. Levi was born in a birthing center. It wasn't at home, but it's close. I have no idea what to expect from a hospital. I don't know what we will be able to do. I don't know if she does need surgery. Is she gonna be like born and then whisked off right away? I don't know. These are all the unknowns that we won't know until later. So in the meantime, getting the genetic testing. We have an appointment the week after Thanksgiving to talk to their maternal fetal, their high risk OB from the hospital, and kind of go over the game plan. And I really don't know what else they're going to talk about. Probably going back over the situation because we were kind of just in shock. Our ultrasound last week, when we found out the gender, didn't actually tell us that they saw this. They just told us that they couldn't get all the pictures, and so they were going to need us to come back and do another ultrasound, and then come to find out that ultrasound was scheduled at the hospital with a genetic consult immediately afterwards. Red flag number 1. Yeah, so we went in for the ultrasound, and she's like, okay, I'll show the pictures to the doctor, and then she'll look it over and see if she's going to come back. So like 5 minutes later, the doctor comes back, or the ultrasound tech comes back first, followed by the doctor and 2 nurses. Red flag number 2. Yeah, so at that point, we definitely knew something was wrong. I had been feeling like something was off, based on how the first ultrasound tech was acting. But, well, it's confirmed now. So, again, moving forward, we're going to see what the high-risk OB has to say. We have ultrasounds every 4 weeks to monitor progress. One of the complications that could happen is having too much amniotic fluid, and that can have some of its own issues, which I'm actually really familiar with because my mom had that with almost all of my siblings, and did actually result in a few C-sections, or the first C-section. So we'll see. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know if it happens consistently with this problem or not. But we'll be keeping an eye on it every 4 weeks. And I think that's it as far as we'll have to see how it develops. And I don't know what other appointments we're going to have before she's born. I know that it's primarily going to be after she is born. And then there's 2 kinds of surgery if they do end up needing to do that, depending on how bad it is. And I guess they won't even know which surgery she needs until the surgeon is in there. So, worst case, she will end up needing to stay in the hospital for like a week to a month after being born, until she's eating properly, pooping properly, and then gaining weight again. So many nerves. I've basically been crying all morning since we found out. It's nighttime now. Levi, it's only it's 7 o'clock now. I put Levi to bed at 6:30. He was so tired. He tried to take his nap 3 different times today, and each time we had to, he got woken up because we had to go do another thing. And so he curled up on me at 6:30 and was trying to fall asleep, so I just put him to bed. Joe is at BJJ class tonight. It really helps him process and work the nerves out. So that is where he is, and then he'll come home and finish processing, I assume. We'll see how that goes. So, yeah, at the end of it, so here's where I'm going to start talking about our faith. So if you have no interest in that, go ahead and stop the video now. You won't miss any important stuff. If you're still here, hi. So we both have a really strong feeling that Shiloh is going to be okay. And we really have faith that, I went in the bathroom at the hospital and to go to the bathroom, and I just started crying, and I had this overwhelming feeling of peace. And I never get that. I hear people talk about getting it. I am not ever one that gets it. And I just kept hearing in my head, she'll be okay. And I know she'll be okay. It's still scary. But her name is Shiloh Grace. It means God's gift of grace. She's earning her name. So we're just doing a lot of praying. And it's kind of strange. My relationship with God is usually asking a lot of why and being mad at him. And I don't have that. And that's kind of unusual. I've been working a lot on, my faith and the stuff that I believe in, kind of separating some of those things from, what you grew up with. And going through some seasons of challenged faith before even this. And now it's just kind of I have no choice but to trust in God. I mean, don't feel like I have an alternative. But you know, we're praying. All of our family and friends and everyone are praying. We have a huge support system. But the thing that we just keep getting over and over again is God's got it and she'll be okay. Alright, well, I'm gonna go. I should probably eat some dinner before it gets too late. Joe should be heading home soon. So thank you guys so much. We love you. And please pray for us if you are so inclined to do so. Or, you know, light candles or whatever you want to do. Send healing, happy, whole thoughts to our little baby girl. At least we get to see her every 4 weeks. That's kind of cool. Alright, thank you guys so much. If you want to continue getting updates on the pregnancy, I'll post a video of how things are going each time we have an update, at least every 4 weeks. And go ahead and click subscribe, click the bell notification, and follow us on Facebook, Instagram. I think that's all we have. I don't even remember. My brain is I'm so fried today. But I'm gonna go now. Try to recover. So thank you guys so much. Love you. Night.